got me. I almost got me one. I almost got me one off today. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a hungry dog at the back of the meat truck.
I almost got me. That's probably
Starving for one.
I was a hungry dog on the back of the meat truck. That's why I made that kind of a mistake I made. I was too overzealous. The zeal of one's nature can get you in trouble for sure. And I was a bit overzealous today. But
I kind of want to call this seller right now. They on Central Time. It's 8 o'clock. Hey, what do you think?
what was it, an inbound lead?
No, we've been talking to him. The guy who missed his appointment today.
Call him now, dude. Come on now.
Dude, man, sorry your car broke down, man. Trying to give you a call.
Call him now.
Make sure we can get our appointment set for tomorrow.
No. Call him now.
Yeah, dude.
That's the best time.
I'm kidding. I'm calling him right now. Time.
So when you call him on the computer, we can't hear.
Yeah, I know. He'll pick up. But we're gonna still try to get him scheduled for tomorrow, man. God dang.
He said, doggone thunderstorm here.
Yeah, it just came through here, man. So
Oh, it came and went.
yeah, it came and went over here, man. So we all good. Zay, what up, Zay? What up, man? But yeah, man. But missed the appointment today because seller car broke down. Trying to get that set back up, and then shoot, man, got an appointment tomorrow. Man, got an appointment tomorrow. In Rossville, actually, one of our first deal people got this lead in Rossville. Got a seller ready to go. Got a buyer interested in selling. All we gotta do is make the numbers work, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot easier said than done, but you're giving yourself a shot when you get a buyer, when you got a seller that's ready to go, property's gonna be vacant, and you got a buyer that's ready to buy. So let's see what we can do, man.
Dude, a lot easier said than done. I think a lot of things in this business and just a lot of things in business in general are simple to understand or just simple to kind of to digest, but they're not easy to execute on. They're not easy to stay consistent. They're not easy to wake up day in and day out and really do these things in business. So when you say easier said than done, that's almost the name of the game of this business, because we'll give you simple stuff. You know what I mean? We'll give you real simple stuff like just go find buyers who are buying, and then go find sellers who are wanting to sell that fit that buyer's criteria. Simple as that. That's easy to say, but when it comes to executing it, it could be a lot more things, and getting those deals actually to the closing table, that could be a lot more. I ain't gonna say hurdles, but the seller car broke down. We got title issues over here. We got title issues over
Dude, title issues are all over the place right now, dude. Ken got title issues. Macon property got title issues. Florida property got title issues. Dude, the lot that ain't got title issues. Man, who ain't got title issues, dude? Yeah, that lot out buying the new construction, doing new construction, man. Up here in Atlanta. And Joe got title issues, so. But yeah, man. But just stuff you got to work through, man. Find solutions, hang in there, keep grinding, keep at it. You know what I'm saying? Get after people, and make people move, man. So Rich said I'm late. I was on the phone with with the $5 million overpriced property. God, dog. Dude, Rich, who you got over there, man? Shout out to my people at IG coming through. REI Cal, man. What's up? REI Cal coming through, man. Appreciate you, man. But yeah, man, just on the phone with people today, man, trying to trying to get people on the phone, right? You have those days, man, where it's like yesterday I was getting people on the phone, you know what I'm saying, setting stuff up, setting up appointments, this and that, finding buyers for these different properties. And then today it's like, can't nobody answer the darn phone. You know?
Oh, dude. I want to give a special shout out. We got our new guys coming into the program, starting this 90-day challenge on the first round, the first official round of the 90-day challenge. I want to give a special shout out to Cordarius. Cordarius?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Cordarius. Cordarius got the most leads today, and ain't none of them answer the phone. Congratulations, dude. The most folks that just want to play, like he said earlier, he hit me with a text. He said, man, they playing with my emotions. Yes, don't want to answer the phone. But a lot of those leads have been like mobile homes and stuff like that. So he's been able to get a refund on the majority of those leads.
Yeah, you got to dispute them for sure. But hey, if you're inside of our program, man, we're gonna jump on some calls later on in the week to make sure we're on the same page. Make sure y'all ain't in no places you don't need to be. Like Jay went and jumped into
Chicago, dude.
Man, he saw me do something in Chicago. He immediately jumped over there. Like, dude, what you doing, man? You don't know what I'm doing.
If you see RJ Bates, he in Wyoming or Wisconsin, are you gonna be like, okay, bow? Let's go Wisconsin.
It's like I told him though. I said, Jake, man, I know people in Chicago. I got family in Chicago. You don't. Yeah. It's like, dude, come on, man. What you doing? J-Dub, man. What's going on, J-Dub? J-Dub says, what's up, fellas? What's going on, man? Appreciate y'all for coming through. We got 6 people in here. Make sure you like the video, all the other good stuff, man. My guy Rich says
he got to be talking about Cordarius.
Yeah, how to get broke. Yeah.
So, man.
God bless you, brothers. Hey, appreciate you, man. Need his blessings for sure. I need a blessing tomorrow. Be wrestling with him all night tonight. And hopefully tomorrow I wake up, God pour out a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be praying for one tomorrow, man. I'm like, dude, I'm praying for one for by the end of the week. I say that before we jump on a call on Sunday, before Sunday get here, by end of the day on Saturday, we need something.
I mean, you stretching it, dude. We can get it done by Friday. You stretching it going off until
no. I didn't say Sunday. I said by the end of the day, Saturday.
We can get it by Friday. You talking about deal under contract?
Yeah.
We can get it by Friday.
I'm hoping to have one by tomorrow.
I'm telling you, I got one. Listen, I got one I think is going to come through, and it came from probate. And they didn't even know PPL lead. This was a cold call lead. So I'm going to keep pressing to see if that one come through for your boy. We are 35% of the way there. My
sister, cousin, brother, co-worker lives here. I know the market like the back of my hand.
Yeah, man. Hey, my auntie, sister's cousin, brother, jumped completely out the family tree at the end there.
Oh, man.
Hey, CEO.
The CEO, man. The CEO up in this thing, man. We already know what it is.
And that's the thing, because that's an important thing when it comes to PPL or just I'm going to keep it simple because we've discussed what PPL means. That's an important thing when it comes to marketing for leads and picking an area that you're a farming area that you're going to market to is, I mean, technically, as far as you're concerned, if you've never done a deal, then what's the difference between getting a deal in Chicago or Georgia or in my own backyard or in California? It's just like, I don't have the infrastructure nowhere. Or even if you've done a lot of deals, we always say, well, I mean, we could get some stuff off in Georgia. We can get some stuff off in Chicago as long as it's a hot market. But I'm saying this, don't work against yourself, especially in the beginning or just at any point in time in your career. You want to work in your favor. Make it light on yourself and go into markets where you already got buyers and not just, oh, I found this one wholesale company, because there are wholesalers that position themselves as buyers, dude. That doesn't mean you got buyers. That means you know a dude that's trying to get you to give him a steal of a deal so he can go wholesale it to somebody else. you got to know that market, preferably the market you live in. But if you're going to partner up with people like we're big on, connect with somebody who's doing it, then what market is he in or what market is she in? And then you got more experience for the market. Now that person can easily tell you what's a deal and what's not. We can easily got the infrastructure to get deals off. You ain't got to go, because otherwise Byron's stepping into a new field in Chicago. Just as an FYI, he's trying to do his first deal in Chicago. So that means he's going to have to find boots on the ground, going to have to find buyers. He's going to have to find a title company that we can trust, that actually will do the job and not half step and respect us as people. You know what I mean? You're going to have to find, and then there's a slew of other things that we might run into. Like, I mean, there might be some whole assignment laws where you can't assign a property. So you might have to double close and get a bigger spread on it and so on. And so don't just jump into a random market, but don't be scared either, because we did that. And the reason why Jade is like that, because he jumped off into Florida and we about to close a deal in Florida. So
yeah, Jade out there getting done, man. Hey, shout out to REI Kyle on IG. He said close on his first rental on Friday. It's a townhouse in Lawrenceville. He said he bought it at 205. ARV is 300. Thinking about doing a pad split and 2 bedrooms, make it a total of 5. That's what's up, man. Hey, if you're looking for more properties, let us know. We got one in Atlanta right now. But
hey, dude, listen, what is that? REI Kyle?
Yeah, REI Kyle, man.
Hey, REI Kyle, we just talking about doing some wholesale deals and a couple flips, man. Don't be coming on here talking about that big money, passive mailbox money, dude. You stunting on us, dude. But no, I mean, definitely. REI Kyle know what he's doing. That's why his name is REI, real estate investor. He didn't just say I'm a wholesaler, I'm a flipper. He is an investor in the game.
There we go, man. Shout out to REI Kyle. It says, love hearing y'all boys shop it up and discuss your success and failures. No doubt, dude. It's Tuesday. I guess I was going to say we failed this week, but it's Tuesday. I keep looking up like, dang, it's only Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, I'm trying to get something done, man. It's only Tuesday. So we got a little time. Drea in Denver, Colorado says, I'm on chapter 3 of your wholesale bulletproof program. It's a great step-by-step instructions to get started. Thank you. No doubt, man. Hey, if you want to know step-by-step, simple instructions, some real good information, and Cordero was telling me about his course. I created it now. I'm just creating a course because so many people would come to me like, hey, can you teach me how to? I'm like, dude, go check out the course. You know what I'm saying? But I went back and looked at it and I was like, shoot. It's like I was just going through telling people exactly, even the philosophy behind why we do what we do, how we set stuff up, like how the business is set up and operates. You know what I'm saying? A lot of repeatable stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? How to set your business up where it's repeatable. It makes logical sense to a seller, right? Because when we got like Cordero and Rich got on the phone with a seller today, and it's like, yeah, we're service providers to investors. We find properties, we bring them to do them for them to buy. That made logical sense. You know what I'm saying? It's
and it made logical sense to the seller. She wasn't like,
you know what I'm saying? It's like they can't sit there arguing with you. It's like, yeah, like sound legit. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like when you get questioned, it's a lot of stuff in that course. It's like it walks you through how your business is set up, the way you should approach it, and then like it makes it where you're not putting yourself at risk. You're being straight up and honest with people. And it all is it's a legit business. You know what I'm saying? Versus you have to go somewhere and they tell you all this different stuff that you got to remember the code to this. And, you got to remember to tell them this and then remember to tell them this and then remember to tell them that. Yeah. Hey, remember this lie And then when you tell them this lie, you got to remember this lie right here that you told them to back this lie up.
Then you don't have the personal confidence because you're like, dang, I don't even really feel.
I can't remember all these lies.
It's hard to do. It's a hard thing to do. It's like, dang, I got you. So you telling me in order to be successful, I gotta lie?
I gotta tell them I'm buying the property. What if they ask me? What if
exactly.
they ask me? Well, ain't none of that with what I'm teaching you. You know what I'm saying? You go to that course, I tell you stuff, I say, ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? You can tell them straight up, this is what we do. I even tell people when you get started, tell them, hey, I'm kind of just getting started and connecting with these people.
Dude, hey, when I was just starting, there was a couple of deals that I got because I was like, hey, I'm the new guy. And they were just like, they're just some people who, in fact, my first deal, the guy flat out gave us equity. He said, this is all I wanted. And to this day, if I call him right now, Mr. Friday Black, he'll say, I hope you guys made some money on that. I just want to make sure you made some money. He knew that I was bringing a buyer. He knew that. He just kept telling me, I hope you made some money, because he knew we was new. We were some young dudes up and coming. And so, you know why this makes sense? Because it actually is a valuable service. Don't let anybody tell you, because it's one thing real estate agents, when they talk about wholesalers, they're like, oh, because they don't actually understand what wholesaling is, by the way. They're not speaking down on wholesalers from an enlightened perspective. They only get the bad news and say, okay, that must be what wholesaling is. But that's just as silly as me only getting the bad real estate agents and assuming that all real estate, right? But when you get the basis of what this business truly is, or what all real estate investing is the guy who has a lot of connections, he's valuable. Like even if I knew Byron and I had a problem with my car, and Byron can't fix not nail thing on my car. Now from the South, if y'all from the South, y'all know what that means, not nail thing. That means he can't fix anything on my car. He can't even put the cup holders back in if they fell out.
Probably could.
But he said, I know a lot of different mechanics that work on different things. If you come to me, I can get you to the right mechanic that'll solve whatever problem with your car, whether it's the engine or the transmission. We got a transmission specialist. We got a cup holder specialist. We got a guy who does and I'm like, dang, only thing I can do is just go to the nearest mechanic near my house. That don't mean I'm gonna get the job done the right way. That don't mean I'm guaranteed to get the best outcome or get what I want. All I know is I'm just going to go to a mechanic, and if they do me right, or if they lie to me, or they overprice me. But Byron said, dude, I'm not the specialist on fixing the cars, but I know all of the guys, and I can get you the right person. That's a valuable thing. Now, how much am I willing to pay for that? It's all negotiable, but I know that will be a very valuable thing that he can offer me, right? And so consider that. It's just like companies like DoorDash and Uber Eats and Grubhub, they don't cook nothing. They don't cook not nail thing, but they connect you with the restaurants. You're not like, man, I ain't paying you for delivering, connecting. No, they do it. And so I just say this isn't a profound thing that we're talking about here. It's just people don't usually highlight on the fact that if you take the time first, like Byron teaches in the course, to build up your network and connect with buyers, that's not a small thing that you just did. That's why a lot of cats don't want to do it, because it's actually kind of difficult. That's actually a powerful step that you just took, because you're connecting with people with money who are purchasing properties and can solve problems for sellers.
Yeah. And you're building business relationships, man. It's a foundation. That's why a lot of people, like you said, they do 50 deals. Next thing you know, oh, shoot, I don't know what to do. My junk falling, crumbling into pieces. You know what I'm saying? You build your foundation solid, build that network, build connections, build the right business relationships, then you are solid. You know what I'm saying? It's way harder for you to fail when you have solid relationships.
You know what? Because we were talking about that yesterday with what was it, Swoop? What was his name? Smooth. Yeah. Right. But the way you just put it, though, it was just like, because I was telling him, hey, basically, I had been there. There was a period where I was working with, I had a partner, and we was working, and I was doing all the acquisition, he was doing all the dispo. And then I had to stop. I was just like, something happened. We split up. We went our separate ways. But I said, I'm gonna go solo. And I realized you would think that I got everything I need. And really I do. But I had to build a lot of things from the ground up because he had all the buyer connections. So it just goes to show, I guarantee if you got the right connect, like just the way Byron put it, it's just like you could do a lot of deals. But if you don't make the right connections, if you do deals with buyers and keep it only transactional, and you don't bring it into a relational and a relationship value, you working against yourself, bro. That's like doing a lot of business and not getting these sellers to do reviews for you, which that's something that we need to work on. That's something that I'm considering like I need to work on. It's just like after doing all that, like that's just as good as connecting with the buyers. It's like getting the sellers to vouch for you. There's a lot of deals that we could close if we could just give people like, hey, just look us up on Google or Facebook, and they could just see review after review after review. They gonna speak for us. So that's just something to consider. That's something that I know I need to work on for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. I definitely need to work on that. Maybe we need to reach out to them people from Albany that we closed.
She still want to sell that property, but she keep not answering. She'll text. She'll not. Well, she's been doing this throughout the entire process. So not answering me, and then call me back, and then don't. You know, I need to call her. If you got an offer on them plots of land in Calhoun, in Kingston.
Well, no, that's not in Kingston, was it?
It was on Kingston Street.
Oh, Knight. I thought it was Knight Street, Kingston
Knighting Street. Okay, it's
more in the middle of nowhere, so I have to keep looking back at it. Rich says Mr. Ship sent me his buying area. Should I buy leads there?
What you think? What you think, Rick? You know, Mr. Ship doing his thizzle.
Yeah, dude. You already know if he telling you that he buying these areas, you know he a solid buyer. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely, buy some leads in those areas and make sure I connect.
Hold on. Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about, Richard?
Right here. Now she is like going to give you guys some time.
Because I know you were just talking about that lady said she wants to give you a few days to look over the pictures and reach out to our buyers. If you still talking about that lady, like I said, keep touching. We sowed good seed with her, and I was just being completely real. Now she can trust us. If you're talking about that lady, then let's stay in touch with her. The one was on the phone. Yeah. Well, let's keep connecting with that lady because, like you said, Richard, reality is going to set in with this particular seller, guys. We were talking to earlier. She wanted $1 million bajillion above asking, but I was just like, listen, lady, if you really want that, we not the seller. We don't buy property at market value. As investors, we need to purchase it with some equity in the property. That way, it can make sense as an investor. But if we do that, we can do this for you. 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 But I think if you want the market value, go over there. And I'm pushing her away so that way she'll be like, dang, she'll feel like, man, maybe I'm getting left out of something.
Yeah. And
I'm saying, hey, Byron, it's like, Byron, you don't really want Chick-fil-A. You don't really want this Chick-fil-A, dude. You don't listen. It's good, but it's kind of, it's still fast food. You don't want it. And then the mac and cheese is fire, but I know, you're trying to lay off on the dairy and, you don't really want it. By the time I get done with that, Byron gonna be like, man, if you don't give me that, man, give me that. Give me some sauce.
Say going there, yeah, man. I think so. Or something happened. A lot of times you'll have something that happen, and people like, oh shoot, I had this happen. I really need to sell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where like, okay, I really got a situation now. I need to sell. So what do I need to do? You know what I'm saying? So, but J Dub says, right here, I really like to honestly Jared Norton make you pose as an investor or cash buyer straight line. A lot of people do, man. A lot of people do. And it's a tough situation, man. Especially, man, you got to go out here and meet these people and you look at them face to face and they think you are the buyer and you're not.
and you don't got two nickels to rub together at the time. And I'm not even trying to talk down on you. I'm just saying, like,
I was there. You know, I was working at Papa John's out this mug, man. Tell my on the cash buyer with a Papa John's shirt up under my regular shirt. I'm gonna go to Liberty Peace.
Yeah, that just I don't know. I didn't get into business. Listen, we all want to make money, but some people, the foundation of what they do is off some level of integrity. You want to be able to get out there and do something right that you could look yourself in the mirror and that you're okay with.
But the thing is, you know, some people is like, man, you know, sometimes like, okay, you got, you know, to do this, you got to lie about that. Like, this ain't the situation. You don't have to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Even better that you don't.
Is it better?
But all the people who's acting like, man, I'm about this money. It's like me over everybody else. I want to feed my family.
You know, dude.
The best way to feed
save your line for something else. You know what I'm saying? Dude, you can save it. You know what I'm saying? Save it.
You just gotta lie. If it's just all about, man, me, man, I just want to make bread and I don't care about these people, dude. What about you don't care? So you'll do whatever to make money? Tell the truth and be honest. Hey, CEO, I'm glad you caught that. The cup holder specialist. I'm glad you caught that, dog.
What?
I was talking about, you know, with you might know the different mechanics and stuff like that. So, cup holder specialist, the engine specialist, and the cigarette lighter specialist. The best way to build business relationships is to be on. I mean, just in general, it's just like, come on, bro. Also, another thing that we're hinting at and alluding to is the simple fact that if you feel like you can't be honest, it almost diminishes the idea that this is actually valuable, what we're doing for people. It almost makes you forget that wholesalers are a very important part of the market. There are a group of people that I got a seller right now telling me how this real estate agent done him in bad. And he ended up having to come back to us, but he still got to pay the agent. And the agent really ain't doing nothing but just getting in the way of things.
Dude.
I'm telling you now. And so people need to sell their house.
Yeah, and they need help too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people, you know what I'm saying, they need help. Hey, let me throw this IG over here. You know, they firing up over here, man. REI Kyle says, remember this lie. You know, hey, man, you gotta remember a bunch of lies to be out here lying to these sellers and remembering them. T Soul, I got Tony Vickers, man. He in the 90-day challenge says, hey, you describing this to the T, bro. That's crazy. Great example. REI Kyle say Cordero snapping. T sales, he really is. They say Cordero, give me some sauce.
Hey man, gotta have your cup holder specialist.
Yeah, boy, you funny. Say the lies for something else.
Tell you, dude. Say the lie for me. You go back home. All right, say the lie for this woman and that woman. It doesn't help. Because that's another thing too that Byron pointed out, and when I really caught wind of this from Byron. I heard it. I think I had heard of reverse wholesaling, but I was just like, that's impossible to do. Like, you can't do that because I was feeding into the trash before. But it make the whole process so much smoother. People be genuine. Like, I was talking to a real estate agent the other day, and she was just like, so when I got a buyer, are you gonna meet him at the property? I'm like, no, you can just send the buyer over there. You can meet the seller. They're like, what? I was like, yeah, because the seller knows that we're going to send an investor over there, or we're going to send one of our appointment specialists to take pictures. The seller knows. So the fact that we're able to communicate that makes the whole process so much easier, bro.
Yeah. And it make it harder for the investor to go behind your back. Because when the investor say something, then you come back and you post like, hey, look, we got a network of investors. Like I mentioned to you before, we work with a network of investors. Any of those can purchase your property. We're using this network to get you the price that you're looking for. It's like harder for them to go behind your back.
Nah, that's such a dude. I didn't think of that until you just said it. But if we think about the old dude from South Georgia,
Yeah.
Cash Money. Him. If we think about even this property that Richard we got in Macon. I mean, there's several examples that we got where the buyer may try to. It's happened a lot since we started listing the properties. Whenever we list it, and when you're working with real estate agents, actually, if you guys are wondering, buyers snaking you, it's not really cash buyers. It be the agents.
Yeah.
So adamant on snaking you. But my point is, when you're that transparent with the sellers will go to us. When a buyer try to go around us, the sellers will be like, hey, they call me like, hey, the buyer just came and tried to offer me $10,000 more than you did. What's up with that? I'm like, oh my goodness. Or he just asked me about this, and he just asked me about that. And we get to tell him, listen, the buyer trying to do because what do you gain? what do you gain?
He was faking, like Cordero was faking like he was the buyer. And then the buyer got out there and said, no, I'm the buyer. I'm the one buying your property. Then he called you up like, hey, this dude said he the buyer. Now what? You see what I'm saying? Now you got problems. But if you position yourself as a service provider and that you work with a network of investors, hey, the buyer thing, the seller thing, hold on, if I go with this one dude, what about the other people that he got that might be able to give me what I'm looking for? You see what I'm saying? Now it's like you able to let them know, dude, we work with a network of investors. He doesn't have all the information about what's going on, or he don't have all the information about the transaction. He's just one of our investors. Like I said, we work with a whole network. We're working to get you the offer that you're looking for.
Yeah, because by the way, too, just as a tidbit, like 10 times out of 10, if a person does that, they make themselves look foolish because they don't have all the variables. So when they call themselves like trying to burst your bubble, they don't even know.
They don't know how we position ourselves.
Exactly.
They
have no idea what they're doing. Like they don't know how we've already positioned ourselves to the seller. So they're like, oh, let me add. These are some wholesalers. They're trying to find a buyer. And they're like, I know. Got it. But we actually had a person do that, go around us and went to Richard. And they did I think they tried to skip trace the seller to get that seller's direct contact information. And the seller just called. Now you got to understand, we got that service mindset. We got giving value. We're honest. We're transparent. The buyer doesn't know that Richard literally went to pay this man's phone bill, bought him some groceries,
light bill,
fixed his hot water heater. I think he popped his back, did some chiropractic, put his back in place, tightened up the screws on his walker and everything. And you're going to try to go around him. That dude immediately went to Richard.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, it's just like when you really, because these are our clients too, by the way. The sellers and the buyers that we work with, these are our clients. We got to make sure they're taken care of. You got to make sure the sellers are taken care of and the buyers are taken care of, right? And so that's just something to consider when we do that. It comes back to you too. So that's why we can give you tons of examples why lying is not better than being transparent at the end of the day.
We ought to make do a live on that. All the lies of wholesaling. Oh man.
Wholesaling myths and myths. Because that's a myth that you gotta lie. Like that is even better to lie and pretend like the buyer. That's a myth.
Yeah. Even a lot of other stuff about lying about all kind of other stuff. It's like, dude, I like stuff that I've tried, you know what I'm saying? Just learning, because you learning and people telling you to do this and you're trying it. And then as you go on, you're like, man, I'm just going, you just establish your own way. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, man, I'm just gonna tell you people the truth. Like I can tell them what I'm actually doing because it's legit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's legit. And as you see, like you think you think you're just making money, and then you start to realize, man, I actually help that person out. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, oh dang, I'm helping people, and you see that, oh man, this is like something that's actually needed. You know what I'm saying? People actually need this stuff out here.
Yeah.
So you figure out, man, I'm a legit business. You know what I'm saying? I'm a legit need in society, and so you could just let people know this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
1,000%. Like 1,000%. That's what you start to evolve, and maybe that's a big part of what we're missing with getting the reviews. And we just need to just like at least from here on out get more of those reviews and more of those testimonies, because I'm sure that'll shape our perspective and how we see things. That'll help boost how the future clients see us and be able to get that out there. Like I know that's a big thing. Like if Verizon Wireless, when I used to work at Verizon Wireless, they had something called NPS, and we got measured when they send those. How likely are you to recommend all of those surveys? It all boils down to that one question: how likely are you to recommend it? That's their way of measuring what they call net promoter score, or measuring word of mouth. That's the most important thing, because out of all the ad dollars, all the money that they spend, they still say you being able to say like, oh boy from South Georgia who wanted a bag of money, a duffel bag of cash.
Yeah.
We don't know if he has a couple people that he knows still in that area that want to sell. We don't know that. We don't know that. He probably does. We don't know if the Macon property people or any of the properties that we've closed on, let's go through the laundry list and just say they probably still know people, and we haven't, tapped into that market, or they can help garner new people. But we have to be able to like, how can we harness that idea that we actually are providing value and do that? But there will be people that will lose a lot of money because they will not be transparent when trying to do business together. And I was one of them. Didn't know what I was doing. J Dub said, gotta call Cordero the sauce giver and Byron Mr. Get It Done. Cordero be speaking that wisdom, and Byron all about taking action. Great duo, dude. Hey, I don't know if I be speaking wisdom. I just be talking. I just be telling you guys the truth. But I have been called a grandpa before.
You are crazy. Dude, y'all know, I just be talking. Because the reality of, like Cordero says, massive action is a cure-all. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I know. That's the only thing that I can do. That's the only advantage I have. No other advantage. You know what I'm saying? I'm not smarter than nobody else. I can't talk no better than nobody else. I don't have, I don't have good. I'm not a salesman. I'm not a salesman. Only thing I know is to take massive action. Just go hard. I see, dude, I need to do this. I'm going. You know what I'm saying? So I need to get a deal for the end of the week. I'm finna go hard. I'm finna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Solve the problem, figure it out, move forward, go hard. That's the only thing I know to do.
And it's not really, it's not a compare. It's just a point that John was making. But looking back on my entire career, if I could have one quality, it wouldn't be to be as perceived as wise or smart. It would be taking action. That's it. That's all that's going to pay off, is just to get it done. Like you said, get it done. That's why Byron has a goal. I got a regular toilet in my house.
Man, stop.
Byron got a
regular toilet.
Have y'all seen? We gotta confirm that. I don't know if he has a regular toilet.
You stupid, man.
I mean,
man, stop.
But it comes from keep that in mind, because I think that is so crazy, bro. Out of being the smartest guy, being the professional, being the most handsome and or the fastest guy, or being the most athletic, the strongest. There's so many things you could be, but the one thing that's gonna matter is taking the most action. Readily taking action.
Yeah, that's why it's hard to predict, like, who's gonna be successful, who's not gonna be successful. Because it's like, dude, it's hard to tell who's gonna take action. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to tell. You know what I'm saying? How can you measure who's gonna take action? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can see some people take some action, but it's like it's hard to tell who gonna take action, right? Especially like I said, the mixture of two things. You know what I'm saying? You do have to mix it with something. Correct guidance, massive action. Correct guidance plus massive action equals success. You got to be going in the right direction. If you massive action in the wrong direction, you in trouble. I'm gonna take massive action at going out to the club and drinking till I fall out. That ain't gonna get you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's
gonna get you somewhere.
It gonna get you somewhere.
It's gonna get you somewhere.
Like, dude, you have to take you have to get the correct guidance, man. That's what some people miss. Like, I was taking massive act. I was waking up at 5 a.m. reading books, the podcast, listen to podcast. I listen to that podcast 50,000, 11 trillion times. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can read the books till your eyeballs fall out. You know, if you ain't getting the correct guidance, if you're not taking action, then it ain't gonna matter. Like, I was getting the correct guidance that whole time, over 8 years, watching Bigger Pockets, right? Listening to every wholesale show, da 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 da. It didn't matter until I took massive action. I listened to all this stuff over 8 years. It only took me 2 years to quit my job. You know what I'm saying? Once I took action, it took me 2 years, and I could have quit after one. You know what I'm saying? It took me 2 years to quit my job.
Dude, I'm telling you, if you got one defining quality that's going to do it, because we even talk a lot about connecting with the right people, like Byron says, connecting with the right people. Speaking of the right people to connect with.
Garita, man. Garita.
Hey.
Boy, stop. Our guy, look at our guy, man. You remember Shaw?
Yeah, I remember Shaw.
First deal, man.
Shaw, did you close the deal? You just got it locked up, dude. Hey, Shaw, did you get the first deal by thinking about it, by watching a movie, or by taking action?
Dude, you gotta take some action. Close the day.
Yo, dude. Bro, Shaw went. Look, Shaw disappeared.
Hey, Shaw, man. If you want to jump in this thing, man, get some raw footage about how you feel. You know what I'm saying? We'll throw you up in this thing, man.
Let us know if you want to jump on.
Yeah, let us know you want to jump on for just a minute or two. Get you. I want to see that raw emotion, man. Closing.
Dude, close today. That's made 14K. Hey, man, I feel like I should get some of that 14K, Shaw. I feel like I don't know, man. I help you take some action. No, I'm just playing. But look, actually, Shaw, let us know if you want to jump in. But I just got a message live, actually live footage. I think we had somebody who actually went or was a part of Byron's house when you know how you had your house built and was constructing it. Yeah, we got somebody who actually saw the bathroom. I think Richard has something to do with it. This is Byron's toilet, y'all.
Stop.
Get out. Yeah, this is Byron's toilet.
Get out of here. Ain't nobody.
Yeah, Richard got us locked in, but Shaw, dude, come on, man. Shaw. If you in a spot, I hope you know what I'm saying. Shaw quit his job today. You know what I'm saying? He closed that check, walked out with that check. He said, hey, listen, came back, got my check. I was gone.
Dude. Hey, Shaw, man.
Send him the link.
Hey, I'm finna send him the link right now. I'm sending it to your phone. I already got your phone number, dude.
Send him the link.
I got you. If you got the same phone number, I don't know if you got the same phone number or not, though.
Dude, I want to know how you did it, Shaw.
But I just sent it to you, though. Dude. Yeah, man, I want to get that raw emotion, man. I want to get that raw first day, first deal close. Man, that's some woo. Dude, I remember the first deal, dude. I'm sitting outside of the closing office, you know, 30K, and I'm like, my heart beat faster than a mug. You know? I'm like, dude, my heart beat faster than a mug. I'm looking at that thing like, man.
Oh, what you talking about when you got the check and you looking at it?
Check it in my hand. I'm like, this is crazy. I like, they ain't gonna let me cash it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I told my brother, they ain't gonna let me cash it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I was telling them, I be laying low, man. I don't really be telling people my business. But I was telling my brother, I was like, man, I don't know if this real or not. I have no clue if this real. They keep saying it's real. I don't know if it's real, but they saying it's real. And I might end up making 25 off this deal. He said, 25 what? Dude, to make 25,000, man, come on, man. I ain't never heard that in my life. That's just me. Unless
somebody's yearly salary.
Yeah, dude, unless somebody was playing one check, unless somebody was playing some kind of ball or going to college, maybe somebody paid them pay for play or something crazy. You know what I'm saying? People on TV, not no regular joker. You know what I'm saying? At 30K check, I'm gonna just give it to you at one time. You know what I'm saying? Dude.
Yeah. That's a different world, like a different mindset where you in. It's just like, honestly, even right now, like I couldn't imagine $100 million check. I couldn't imagine $100 million check just giving it to you. I don't know what that looked like. Somebody getting them. And now to think, y'all, Byron will not shop at Walmart. To this day, he's completely bougied out. If it's not Publix, he won't eat it. I'm telling you now.
Man, stop.
It gets to the point where he go to a restaurant and he like, where you get the beef from? Where you get the meat from? Where you get the groceries and the ingredients from? If it didn't come from a designer,
hey, Shaw, text me, man. Text me, Shaw.
Come on, we gotta get Shaw off in here. Last couple minutes.
I must got the wrong thing, man. We gotta get Shaw up in this thing. Text me, Shaw, so we can get you up in here.
Dude, come on. We got to get in here for the last couple minutes, man. But, yeah, dude, I think that moment, honestly, it really don't even sink in, too. It really don't. It really doesn't, like, you don't get to check and then be like, wow, oh, man, it all hit me right now. Nah, it still don't feel real, bro. You be floating. You be floating all the way until you be like, dang, what do I do?
Dude, my heart beat fast. Then I was like, shoot, I better get out of here before somebody come get me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, dude, they ain't gonna let me cash it. You know what I'm saying? I took it to the bank. They deposit that mug. Of course they ain't gonna give you your money. But
I want to know.
Then I thought, no, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Then I thought they ain't gonna let me spend it.
And it's just this is an arbitrary they. Who is they? They
whoever they is, whoever these people, $30,000 check. You kidding me?
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's just me. I never had $30,000 in my bank account at one time. Never in my life, ever. 30, boom. And then like next week, I closed $6K check. Boom, $36,000 in my bank account. Unbelievable.
Dude, I want to know how Caretha got her first deal. And was it Caretha, was your first deal a monster? If you're still with us, was your first deal one of them like a 30K, upwards of 10, 15,000? Or was it like, I made 2,500 on my first deal, which is a blessing, which is an absolute blessing. And whatever it was, it amounted to some great level of success.
Man, they better stop. The Godfather, man, the Godfather.
Hey,
in the building. What's up, man?
I was just about to say, I wonder how Keithon first deal was, but Keithon broke his first deal down for us. Keithon let us know. Keithon actually started with the I don't know if I don't think he's Filipino, but the Asian dude. No, he is Filipino. Kong. I can't remember, but Keithon started with him, and I think his first deal was under 5K. Just to make a point, it don't matter really what your first deal is.
Most people first deal is under 5K.
There'd be a lot of cats that be like, man, my first deal was a big windfall, life changing. Like, but here's that
life changing, man. But hey, speaking of changing people's lives, man.
What's up, y'all?
We got Shaw in the building. Yeah.
What's up, man?
Yes, sir.
Hey, y'all can hear me okay?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, so just in a nutshell, I use launch control, just like how you was doing it. And I text the seller the seller was like, "Yeah, I need to sell," and we negotiated over through text message for at least about 2 or 3 days. And so I said, "Okay." He wanted 200, but I looked at it. I said, "Man, we looking at like 180." So he said, "Can you do 190?" I said, "Okay, cool." Now what happened was I went over there. It needed a lot of work. I wish I can show y'all the pictures,
Yeah.
but or maybe it can. I don't know. But uh, so in a nutshell, what happened was I tried to figure out what was going on with him and stuff like that. Basically, in a nutshell, he had a lot of health issues, and so he needed to get out. It was just him and his wife, and he tried to sell it on the open market, but no one bid, no one wanted it. So I was like, "Hey, I got some people that come by, take a look at it." And so here's the crazy part. Uh, I met this guy, and he said, "Yeah, I'm interested in buying it." So he comes by and he brings his contractor, he bring his lawyer, he bring his agent. So it's like 10 people outside trying to get into this man's house. So I'm freaking out because I've never seen anything like. So this is my very first time. This is at the open house. Um, then he came back. He was like, "No, I can't. I need it at a lower price." So me, I'm freaking out because this is my first time and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
then I hit up New Western. I'm not for sure if you ever heard of them.
Yeah.
So I called them up and I said, "Hey, I need to move this, yada yada yada." They said, "Will you have it at?" So I told them I wanted at two. I told them I wanted 220, but they came back and they was like, "No, we could do it at 205." So I was like, "All right, bet." And so so they said, "Hey, we need to do one more showing for them to come out and take a look at it." And I was like, "All right," because the last time I brought the guy out there, the seller got annoyed with me because I didn't let him know there was going to be that many people. And so it was like 10, 20 people that came out there the very first time, and he was so mad at me because he was like, "You didn't let me know that this was going to happen." So I apologized to him. And then after that, I had said, "Hey, I got to do one more final walkthrough." I made up some type of lie. And then, and so I made up. So he came. The people came out in New Western, and the one buyer said, "Yeah, I'll take it, 210 or 205." He said, "I'll take it." And so we closed. And today we closed today, and we closed at 1 o'clock. And I'm at work, and I'm like nervous. I don't know why I was so nervous, but I woke up this morning and I was like, "Man, I hope this goes well." And so, yeah, I got 14,000. I was so scared. I don't know why. I was telling my wife
Hey,
earlier this
we
morning.
thought the CIA was gonna be there when you got there. Wow. Oh my god!
You like, man, this ain't real, man. Somebody go
Yeah.
get me.
So no lie. So what I did was I stopped doing it and I started again. So if anyone's listening, trying to get their first deal, just continue to push through. You're gonna take hurdles. You're gonna take lumps. I The one particular time I think I was on the live show and I was like, "I'm done. I don't want to do it." I was texting this guy and I went to his house and find out that I was not texting the right person. I was texting someone totally different.
I've been
And
there.
so the guy comes up with a gun. He was like, "Yo, who are you?" And I was like, "Hey," well, I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm looking for this particular person here." And he was like, "That's not me, brother." And I stay in Texas, so it's a little different down here. You can't just walk on people's yards and be like, because we can open carry out here. But yeah, man, I would tell anyone who's definitely trying to get to it, continue to strive for it. Uh, and at that point, I know y'all was talking about how you reading a lot of books and stuff like that. Yeah, that helps and stuff like that. But if you're really trying to get after it, you're gonna have to pick up that phone. You got to text them, and you got to go to people's houses. The house that he had was very dirty. It was He was a very older guy, and him and his wife, they was very old. They was very elderly, and they could not keep up with the maintenance. And he was like, "I just want out of here. Help me. If you can help me, great. If you can't, leave me alone." So,
Yeah.
man, but you talking about the rush, talking about the rush of everything, like in my mind, and getting out of your comfortability mode and stuff like that. That's what kills me the most, because sometimes I get so comfortable, but then now I'm like, oh, okay, this how it goes. Oh, okay, I know how to talk to a seller now. Oh, okay, I know not to say that. Oh, I know. Hey, I need to bring this up and let him know that, hey, I am going to have people that's going to come by to do the open house and take a look at it, stuff like that. So it's a blessing, man. It's a huge blessing. You know what? I haven't it closed today, but because it closed at a certain time, I don't get the funds till tomorrow. So it's gonna be wired to me.
Yeah.
But just to know that, hey, I made $14,000 less than in 30 days. It's an eye opener. It's like
Boom.
boom. Yeah. You know, it's like, okay, I go to work every day. And me and Cordero was talking about how we worked at Verizon and stuff like that. But now that it's opened my mind up to where it's like, oh, okay, I got this one. How do I get this going now? How do I keep this going to where
is the proof of concept is made.
Right. So I appreciate you boys for real, because y'all be giving me hope, and man, I can't believe I'm still in shock. I was texting the coordinator or the ladies at the title. And I was texting her. I was like, "Hey, we good? Like, anything happened?" She was like, "No, Randy, you okay? You did everything you need to do." The seller comes in at 1. I said, "Well, if the buyer backs out," she was like, "Stop, no." She was like, "It's not gonna work like that." I was so nervous, man. I was so nervous. She was like, "You did everything that you could." They should buyer already signed. They're good to go. He showed proof of funds. He's ready to go. That's it.
Yeah. Dude, Shaw used to be on the lines, man.
Oh, man.
I was on the lines. You know, he used to go back and forth talking to us all the time, man. So I was like, shoot, there goes Shaw. And then
man.
We got the first deal. I was like,
yes.
That's crazy. Dude, I got some questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
A couple questions. First of all, probably some of y'all is thinking it already. The first cat, are you sure he wasn't a wholesaler who brought buyers over there? Because I've never had them bring an attorney to the property. That's not necessary.
10 people.
So here's what I can tell you. I think they were wholesalers because I looked them up afterwards, and I was like, okay, well, this is not an actual buyer. This is a wholesaler. And so, and I was like, all right, well, that's cool. And then it got so far into it because we had the hurricane down here, so it took a week away from us. So I had to move quick. And so when I called New Western, she said, "Yeah, I got a buyer ready to go now." And so they came out. She came out, the one I was talking to, and she helped me kind of direct people in and out of the house because I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah.
I want to say New Western, they are wholesalers.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're definitely wholesalers. We know that. But the person before that who said he brought his attorney and his real estate sounds like, because what a lot of newer cats will run into is you will run into wholesalers posing as buyers. Mm-hmm. And these are usually newer wholesalers too, because I'm a wholesaler. If you got a deal and I want to get it off, I'm not gonna lie to you and pretend like I'm the buyer and I'm trying to wholesale it. I would be transparent with you. So a lot of times these are newer wholesalers, and the fact that they showed up with 10 people to the property, that's very unprofessional, right?
Right.
Because I've had a buyer, and he was a legit buyer, but he's bought properties before, like several properties for. But at one point, he just showed up to the property, and he would show up when he go to walk it, like just to look at it. He would bring in an inspector and just start doing an inspection. Like, dude, I didn't get to set that expectation with the seller. You snuck it on me. But he ain't never showed up at the property with 10 people now. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that would make me think they try to do a little auction on you. But that's just one thing I'm curious about. But I think more importantly, Keithon knows. Keithon works with New Western. I think New Western is probably bigger or better in Texas than anywhere else. I'm just going to put that out there. But let's go back to the real foundation. You said you got this off of launch control. So that means you launch control now. I got Launch Control pulled up on my computer screen right now because I was thinking, man, I might go back to Launch Control. What plan are you on? How many texts did you send out? How did you get the leads to get to this person? I'm curious.
Okay. So all right, so I went to this. Let me start off with the leads. So I went to this thing out here in San Antonio, and the guy just gave us some leads. It gave us 20,000 leads. I said, cool.
Shout out to that guy.
Yeah, right. So I don't know what made me go back and look at it. I had it in my computer, and I said, you know what? Let me go back and look at these leads because they just sitting here. 20,000 leads. I haven't did anything to them, and so I have the 497 package, 600 text messages a day, and you get 10,000 text messages a month. And so that's what I was doing. So I was doing my 600 text messages a day, and yeah, that's what I was doing. And then, what was your other question? I think you said
how many text messages did you say? If you were doing 600 a day, like set the expectation. Was it like you started the month and it was the second day into it? Was it day 15 into it that you found?
You know what? I gotta pull it up right here. I don't know the actual time, but I know it was like. But I've been using Launch Control for like a hot little minute now. Let's see if I could pull it up on my computer real quick.
Because I'm curious, like what are your metrics to have gotten to that first deal? It's like how many text messages does one need to send out using Launch Control today?
Well, I had to because it's only 10,000 text messages a month. I had to buy it twice because you only get 10, and so I didn't get it to like all the way in, maybe about the middle of the 15,000 lead or something like that. Because right now I still have like 3,000 leads that I still can text. But so it took me about 2 months.
Gotcha. Okay, so woo, dude, I ain't gonna lie, that still is, dude.
Yeah.
Have you ever reached out to that many people?
No, I ain't never reached out to that many people. And
how many people have you reached out to before within that amount of time?
Yeah.
One time. What's probably the most you had text?
Maybe I maybe talked to about 1,000 people. It's something real small.
Yeah. How many?
Say it again.
1,000 versus how many to actually
20,000.
You say you reached like 15 though, or something like that.
Yeah. So I have the list was 15. I'm sorry. The list is at 20,000. Man, I wish I could show y'all, but the list is at 20,000. But I didn't, and I had you can only send out 10,000 text messages a month. So
you send out 10 in a month.
Yeah. You send out 10 in a month, and then the next month I was able to go ahead and I was at that. I know it's like that 12th or 15,000 because I still have like 3,000 left over now.
Yeah.
So it's something like that.
I'm just saying, it's more action, man. It's texting more people. It's reaching more people.
Yeah,
like that's gonna be a key, man. Taking more. You got to increase your activity level. If you had done that and not got a deal, if you was doing 10,000 a month and ain't got no deal, you would need to increase your activity level. You know what I'm saying? It's all about increasing. You got to increase your activity level to get, if you're going in the right direction, it's all about increasing your activity level. You know what I'm saying? Somebody hit us up, I bought 4 leads. I ain't get no deal. Buy 40.
Right.
I text 1,000 people, didn't get no deal. Text 10,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Text 20. Let's see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you, man. Shout out to Sean, man. It's always good to see a long time person coming here, man. We talk about books. We talk about working at Verizon.
Right.
All kind of stuff, man. For you to get a deal, that don't feel good, man. Feel good.
So thank you. So my next plan is to continue the text message, but now I think I might try to up it some more. I'm gonna buy some more leads. So I'm gonna take that.
If it took you roughly 18,000 leads to get one deal, the next plan up is 20,000 a month. You could get one deal every month. I mean, based upon those numbers, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I was just about to ask you that. What's your plan? Because we're talking a lot about PPL now, which we're still texting and we're still cold calling. And you got Keith and Caretha in the chat right now. Those are two people that really reach out to say, hey, what should I do? But So you're saying you want to up the text messages? Are there any other things you're wanting to do, or are you going to stick? Yeah.
I'm gonna up the text messages.
Yeah.
And what I also am thinking about, maybe hire some virtual assistants now. Now that I know kind of what to look for, I don't know if that's a good idea. I want to run that by y'all, but
I'd say just,
yeah.
or just do some more, because like doing something one time, you get proof of concept.
Right.
But in order to get good enough to teach somebody else to do it, keep doing it. And one thing I've learned, a lot of the cats who got the best operation, it was just them for the because when you get VAs, it's not just about okay, here VA now they're doing more. It's now you got to manage them. That's another thing that you have to learn. Caretha are using the drip campaign. Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't think about that. I need to set that up. Yeah.
Byron, you get because you learned Byron be skipping on the drip campaigns too. By the way,
I need to set that up, especially for the people that I didn't. Yeah, I need to set that up. Thank you for reminding me that.
By the way, Caretha is moving back to launch control, and this ain't nothing but doing that but add fuel to her fire.
Hey, no, Cordero moving
back to contact and moving back to launch control. Right. This ain't doing nothing but adding fuel to her fire.
That's why I was asking you, Shaw. I was just like, wait, what was your numbers? How many people did you text? Because I'm thinking, you know what I mean? But I'm saying like, and I think everybody got different opinions because especially if that's something you already got the skill set to like manage people and train them. But I've seen like, for example, Caretha, she kept her operation very simple and just her and funneled everything in. With the text messaging, all you got to do is set up the templates and just teach somebody to do that. But I'm saying, if you got it, don't try to skip out on doing that boring work. Send out the text message and follow up and respond to them. And just like you will get a lot of growth in that, in doing that process. And if something does go wrong, then you got a lot more controllables. You don't want to hire some VAs and then have to fire them. Because it's something that you couldn't control just yet. So I personally, and Byron may have a different opinion, everybody else, I personally would say this better not be a new lead. Would say just what you did, just repeat it. Okay. Just repeat it. If anything, by the next plan up and just repeat that. Because you got it, and let's see if you can get a deal a month in 1 month instead of 2 months.
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
that's what I would do. But Byron's smarter than me. He takes more action, and he's got to go. You see, he got a gold toilet at his house. So.
Man, stop. Hey, like he said, man, I would keep doing the same thing I'm doing. I would do the drip campaigns. You know what I'm saying? And dude. I would have a plan for my 14K marketing for like the next quarter. You know what I'm saying? It's like I need to be able to consistently market for the next quarter. I got to be able to consistently market because if you're not marketing, your business is gonna be dead.
Right.
If you're not generating leads, your business is done. So you need just have a plan. Say, hey, look, these numbers got me a deal. Okay, I want to get this many deals, but you need to be able to do it consistently. You know what I'm saying? Because once you start dialing back marketing and dialing back to the point that it stopped, your business is dead. You're doomed. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to start the fire all over again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to keep the fire going. So, you know what I'm saying? Keep that fire going. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom. Throw it back on that fire. You know.
So basically, in a nutshell, y'all saying that don't hire the VAs at the moment. Just continue to, or what do you? Because I know Cordero says
I would say keep doing it, and depending on your situation, you know what I'm saying. Are you able to consistently text people every single day?
Yeah, I do. I come home. And I'm hitting the button 600 times.
That's what I'm saying. If you're able to send your message out, you know what I'm saying, get the messages out and able to maintain.
Okay.
And, you know what I'm saying, you good. Create processes is another thing. What do you say to the seller first? What's first message? What's second message? How do you know? How do you qualify a lead? You know what I'm saying? To know if they're interested, to know if it's a potential deal. So establish those things before you bring somebody on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Hey, this is how we send out messages. You know, these are the particular messages we send out, and they get messages. You know what I'm saying? Their deliverability rate is good. You know, this is how you mark them qualify. At this point, we call them. At this point, we give them this. At this point, we dispo and send it to the buyer to see how much they willing to offer for the property. At this point, we put them under contract. But just establishing those kind of things, you know what I'm saying, before you start bringing people on. Because when you bring people on, you need to be able to tell them that kind of stuff so that they can do their job. You know what I'm saying? So
you do not want to be learning those things after you've brought them on, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
You get those metrics, and Caretha. So basically, and Caretha's gonna add more because we're just talking about the system processes of texting the people and how you go about the acquisitions. But also, like she says, start tracking everything you're doing. So when you hire, standard system of operation for them, or standard of operation for them. Keep track of KPIs and numbers. How many people did we text? Now you got a standard to set for the VAs, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
Because like that's why one of the first things I asked you was, how many leads did you have to text to get to one deal? That's a KPI, right? That's a measurable that you can kind of gauge. Okay, that you can set. So it's just like, okay, it should take me every 15 or so thousand people I text should equate to one deal.
Gotcha.
But
okay.
Here's the thing is when you do one, you get the proof of concept, but you don't get good enough at like knowing all the variables until you like, I would say even some people say it's a certain amount of money you make, but I think it's like do 10 deals, do at least 10 deals from that's how I would quantify it because and honestly, the more you can do, the better. If you could do 100 deals, then you would be that much better at saying, okay, here's the systems, here's the operation, here are the KPIs, here are the measurables. Like how you got to get your initial text messages perfect, right? So this is going to force you to grow because once you buy the next plan up, you're going to have to create more initial templates. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
And in order to do the drip campaigns, you're going to have to create more drip campaigns, right? Okay. And you're going to have to create more of the, those quick replies. Like you get those quick replies, and then you could even number them. That's one thing I knew when I got better was I actually numbered them 1, 2, 3. So that way, and you only get there by doing the more deals. So that's why I say do more deals. So that way you get more money, more inflow, more cash flow. But also you get better at understanding it. So that way when you put a VA in, you're like, no, don't do that. Do it like this because I've been there, so I know exactly the perfect way to do it. See what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
It's about you learn. It's not just about you making a certain amount of money. It's about you learning before you bring those people in. Because when you bring them in, you try to learn as you go. I've been there. And it's kind of silly because they're like, hey, boss, how we do this? And you're like, I don't know. How do you do this? What do you do? And then now you spending more time trying to figure that stuff out than you are just doing deals.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's when the money start to get messed up. So like Caretha said, start tracking everything now while you learn and stay the course. You know what I mean? You might have just, caused a wave, Shaw, because I swear I was just like, man, I'm about to go back to launch. I mean, launch control is still rocking. Why did we all just forget about launch control? Because they went through a season where they kind of abandoned us. All the real dogs know launch control really hurt our hearts at one point. But I was like,
I don't know. I have a hate and love relationship with them because when I first started with them, they told me I get a free month, but the free month is really their setting up process. And then that's what
they did. Yeah, hound them about that. They did that too. Like, nah, dude, don't give me my month.
Right. And then after that, so they went through this carrier switch or something like that. And so I was down for maybe about 2 or 3 months. And then they was like, yeah. And so I paid the next month and then they went down. And so they was like, yeah, once we get it back up and running, we'll give you a month for free. I said, okay, cool. So I went, finally everything got turned back on, and then they said, oh yeah, this is your month for free. I said, no, I paid last time, and this is not a free month. I paid for it. It doesn't make any sense. So finally the customer service manager got online. He was like, hey, we'll take care of it and stuff like that. So they finally smoothed it out, and then they end
Yeah.
up giving me some more days. They even dropped the price a little bit. So I was like, all right, because this is not what it was discussed. So that's why I say I have a hate and love relationship with them. But right now they're good, because I got a deal out.
Right. Beautiful. But like
Right.
we all kind of, I mean, a lot of us went through like a little season because they had a lot of with the carrier. That's one thing about launch control that I remember is that they were trying so hard to be in line with the carrier rules and regulation
Mhm.
that we are safe when we're
Right.
sending text messages. They hit a lot of turbulence, and when they did that, they tried me like that with the whole like, oh, that month. It's like, or when we would tell people sign up for launch control, and then launch control is just like, pay for the first month, and then we gonna take all of that whole month to set you up, and then now you start paying for this. No, dude, I paid.
Right.
But definitely, just I would say, don't sleep on the like. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you, man. Thank you,
dude. I can't.
Thank you.
I feel it, but you
Yes.
inspired me because I'm like, dude, I need to. But I think realizing that that's like the in vogue thing to do is just like, I'm gonna get some VAs that sound good. I'm gonna have a team, but in reality, you still got to get better. You got
Gotcha.
your deal, and it's a pretty good sized deal for your first deal. Like it's a very good sized deal.
Yeah.
But you still got to get better. Doing one deal isn't as good as the guy who know how to do 50 or
True. That's true.
And so that's what you got to kind of build that, just like get the reps in. And I would say you learn a lot. It's still boring sending out all the text messages, responding to everybody yourself, but so much of your development, if that's your foundation, is gained there. You can't read no books. You can't listen to you can't listen to get what you got out of just actually going through the grit of like sending out text message. But I will say this. Click it and then hold the space bar down. Byron, am I right? Am I right or am I wrong, y'all?
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, really? Thank you.
I ain't been on in a minute, but you gotta hold, you know what I'm saying? You gotta hold the space bar down.
Refresh me. It was holding the space. Hey, Keithon's still on batch leads, which I might sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I started the very, very first time, But I would say this, Sean, though, man, if you feel like you can't keep up the marketing, that's when I hired a VA. Because when I went to teaching and I couldn't, I wouldn't get my text messages out consistently every morning, and I wasn't able to text people back when they was texting me, you know what I'm saying? That's what made me get a VA. But I only got a VA at a very low price, something that was very, very, very affordable to me, and it fitted in my budget, where I could continue my marketing. That's the number one thing. You know what I'm saying? People get VA now to get rid of them because they can't afford them.
Right.
They can't stand. It's like, okay, it's going to take me, like it took you dang near 2 months. You said the first month you did it, second month, okay. If it take me 2, I could be able to keep I want to turn my marketing up. I need to be able to do it at least for X amount of months. You know what I'm saying? I need to know that I could get this done over these many months and keep it boom, boom. And now I know, hey, my system is running, it's still running for this many months. Now it's up to me to go chase the deals. You know what I'm saying? The deals are here. Time to go chase them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, boom.
Also, another tip, another pro tip, like I said, hold down that space bar. You could, you know what I'm saying? Click it, you got to click it once and then hold down the space bar. I don't think it's the enter button. Try both of them. I'm pretty sure it's the space bar.
Okay.
Also, you will have to develop more initial messages and quick responses. Chat GPT. I'm like, that's like, if I'm not mistaken, that was one of the hardest parts about the text messaging is setting up those. Are you setting up yourself?
So I kind of grabbed some from people online on YouTube.
You stole some text messages?
I didn't steal. I reworded it,
Make your light on yourself. But you're going to have to do more to scale. If you want to buy the bigger plans, you got to have more templates to swap out. You're going to have to have templates. Byron, the one put me onto that. Just go to ChatGPT and say, hey, what are some, Byron, how you do that, man? Put us on.
Dude, just typing in there what you want. You know what I'm saying? You know exactly what you want. It's like give me 10 templates for reaching out to property owners that might be interested in selling their property. Keep it under 160 characters.
Don't use these words. Don't use the word.
Don't use these words. All that stuff.
Okay. Hey, that's fire there. Okay, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, and if you leave something out, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, rewrite this and leave out these words. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of ways you can go about doing that, but you just got to sit there and knock it out. And then I would say for the quick responses, look at the stuff that you've been using that's working.
Okay.
And put them as quick responses. Automate. Okay, this is my initial message. This is my second message, third message, fourth message, fifth message. You know what I'm saying? So forth and so on. That's what I would do, man. But yeah, man, congratulations, man. Proud of you, happy for you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
$1 later, you did it. You done it. Go and hit the bank account. You all to the races, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to Saul, dude.
Man, I hadn't had a chance to hit you up, man, dude. I just been meaning to talk to you, bro. It's been, man. I need to holler at you, dude. I need to hold something, man.
Nah, man, y'all been a huge help, especially both of y'all, man. Because I'm like, maybe this ain't for me. Maybe this ain't this ain't my cup of tea, And then I was like, well, no. Maybe I should continue.
Doing it.
Yeah. And so I heard this guy. I don't know if y'all ever watched the guy named Myron Golden. Not for sure if you ever heard of him, but he takes a lot of he takes the Bible and put it into business concepts, I would say. And so one thing he said it might not be working for you at the moment, but it's working on you. So you got to continue to push through it. And so that's one thing I was like, oh, that's okay. I get it. So he said it might not be working for you right now, but it's working on you for it to work for you.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if that means anything to y'all, but it definitely meant a lot to me at that time. And maybe I'm not, explaining it correctly, but when he said, I was like, oh, okay, that's what's going on. That's what's going on with me. Yeah,
absolutely. And that's kind of the point that I'm making with developing your system and processes before you bring people in, because the whole lot, we talk about the end result, but a lot of the journey works on you.
Right.
And I won't take too much more of your time, but I'm curious, like, did you expect that it would take 15,000, or did you just like, dang, where's the deal? By the way, this is a small caveat. There's more deals in that 15,000 that you already text. They did. This is an FYI. That's why I get them drip campaigns set up. They're there. But I'm just saying, like, did you think that you would have to do that? Did you imagine, like, dang, I got to talk to 20,000 people?
So here's the thing. I started this last year. I don't know if I ever told you on this, but I started this last year around this same time when I found out about wholesaling, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna give it a go. And so all of last year, then I quit, started up again, quit, started again, quit, and then I was like, all right, let me try to switch something up. And so when I got that list, I said, you know what, I didn't have any money to buy any more leads, but I did have enough money to go ahead and say, you know what, I'm gonna take it. There was at that time they was giving me a credit for $100. I was like $397. I told my wife, I was like, hey, yeah, we kind of a little short on funds, but hey, I think I could do this. And she was like, all right, well, if you don't make it, it's gonna be on you. So I was like, all right, I had to make it work. So, but yeah, it took me a whole year. And if I think I would have stayed consistent with it, I probably would have got one sooner. But
right.
You live and you learn.
Yeah, it works on you while you're going through it. It changes you, because then you learn some of those fundamentals, like just how long it takes. You learn that what you just said right there was that if I had just, because you feel those moments where you press and then you back off of it and you press and you back off of it, and at some point you're like, dang, if I'd have kept pressing, I'd have been there. Right. Yeah. But that was something you had to learn, and I can't just tell you that. You had to experience that. And so 1,000%, dude, I'm certainly at peace with what's going on with you and just your evolution, but I'm excited to see what's next, though, because if we come back, you're like, man, I done got a lot. I see you like, man, I got this launch control thing crunk up, and I'm doing 5 deals a month. I done this and I done that. Like I'm doing PPL now. It's like,
I'm quitting my job if I'm getting 5 deals a month.
good job, man. But yeah, absolutely, dude, man. I would say also too, start to reach out more, man. If you can, reach out to Caretha, reach out to
Okay.
Keith, reach out to Richard, reach out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like you reached out to us, and that'll start putting. Because I know Keithon's in Texas. You know what I mean? Hey,
Mhm.
how did you comp the property again? Did you mention that? It's in Texas, right?
Yeah, it's in Texas. So the only thing, so here's what I had to do. I have a real estate friend of mine, and I have a brother-in-law who's a real estate agent. So I called him up and I was like, "Hey man, can you comp this property for me? I think it's worth about 320." Because I went on Redfin, and what I did was I typed in the address, and then it gave me the comparables in that area. And so they would say one all fixed up. So I was like, maybe about 320 to 330, something might about 340 in that range. So that's how I comped it. And I called both of them, and they kind of gave me the same exact number. It was like 320 between 330. And I was like, all right, so this is where I know I can be at right here. And then once the new Western came out, and they helped me kind of put some buyers in front of my face, and then they was like, okay, so this is gonna cost. It was gonna cost 80. Some of them said 85 grand just to fix it up.
Dang.
And I said, wow, yeah. If I could show y'all the pictures of it right now, like you could tell, like, yeah, this person has not been updating the house at all. You could tell something was going on with him, and he just wanted out of it. And I was able to help him out. So that was the best thing I was able to do, is help him out, him and his wife, because they was like, we want to get out of here. That we want to go to a different city. I think they were trying to do, buy some more land. So it ended up working out for him.
Dude, man,
That's what's up.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
appreciate you, man, for sure.
No problem, man. Thank y'all so much. And man, yeah, 5 deals a month. Yeah, I'm quitting my job, man. I'm I'm out of there.
Hey, you got it, man. You well on your way, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, y'all.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
I do.
All right.
Hey,
All right, y'all have a good one. Yeah.
I'm gonna have I'm gonna send you Caretha's IG so you can reach
Okay.
out. She wants to see because she's big on little details, but like I said, she's going back to launch control. She's gonna send you a KPI tracker,
Oh,
especially
okay.
for the guy. But these are important. This is just something I'm gonna let you go, but
No, you good. You good.
are very, very important, right? That's what gets you to those 5 deals a month. In the beginning, you think about, let me get to a deal. Let me just figure out the deal. Because all the hurdles you had to jump through after you got the buyer and seller locked up, and like transactional coordination and making sure you were working on that. But the KPIs are those measurables. You can say, if we send out this many texts, then we get this many leads equal this many deals. And those measurables is what make you say, all right, now I just got to crank. It's a machine. I can just pump fuel on this side and I get output on that side. So
Gotcha.
definitely hit Caretha up. Her IG's right. Byron put her IG on the screen. So
Oh, hey, one more question for y'all. Do y'all use PropStream for leads? And then who do y'all skip trace it through?
I don't use prop screen for leads. I get my leads from the county, so I go straight. I do probate. I do mainly probate leads that I'm targeting. So I try to stay targeted with probate leads. I decided to just focus in on kind of one thing and then focus in on areas that I like. So I'm doing probates in areas that I like, and then I'm doing pay per lead. So those 2 things right there, and then hopefully I'll be doing Facebook for too long.
Yeah. He's very I got this from Caretha actually about Deal Machine. If you pay, it's like $160 after taxes, everything. You pay $160, you get 30 records. You know what I mean? And I would say if Lead Sherpa is the bet, because they come skip trace though. Like you don't have to pay for the leads and then go skip trace them. They come skip trace with the phone numbers. That blew my mind. And so I've been using that data, and it's pretty solid. I mean, you'll find stuff like it'd be like the renter who lives there, or it'd be like the owner's son. But for the most part, the data I would say is about like 80% accurate. For 30,000 records, you would normally have to pay like $3,000 or
Right. Yeah.
$500 or something like that. So just to pay $160, I think that's just a steal. Even if the numbers were 50% accurate, which they're not, it's very good data. So that's your deal machine. Just like I said, $160, and you can get you 30. I think that's some good. That's some good data.
Okay.
Again, Caritha got all the juice, man.
Okay.
Caritha got all the juice, but he got her IG. I would say definitely add her on IG. Reach out to her, and I'm talking about she'll be able to like make it fly straight.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
She said it. Deal machine. The
$160 pro plan, phone numbers included. Oh wow. Okay. I'm gonna get that. Get on that tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
okay.
how I use all my records, and I cold call with those right now. So, like I said, the stuff is looking pretty accurate, and we're generating leads off of it.
Okay, so y'all done saved me a whole bunch of money. Appreciate it, y'all. Man, y'all
it's all about being efficient. It's just
right.
like you can do. The thing is, you could do all of this stuff and save. Like that's what business is. It's just like your net, like what you taking home. And so to be able to do that is powerful.
Gotcha. No, it comes with the dollar. Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
Huh? I didn't know. I didn't know that. But yeah, dude, man. Again, congratulations.
Appreciate it, y'all.
But now you didn't inspire me. We might have to go back home.
Go back, dude. I already got my show pulled up. I'm putting in my stuff so I can go ahead and start re-registering my EIN. Yeah, dude.
All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate y'all for putting me on, man. Yeah, and I'll reach out to y'all if I need anything, and I'll reach out to what was her name again? Caritha. I'll reach out to her. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Much love to y'all, man. All right, y'all have a good night.
Yeah, dude. Man, had I got Sean, man, got his first deal. That was crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Kind of put you in, make you go back to your first deal and think about it. It's crazy, man. It's good to see people get that first deal, man. Hopefully we can get Jaden on at some point, talk about his first deal. And then Rich get his first deal closed and talk about that. And then, dude, we got 5 more people that's going to need to come on and talk about them getting their first deal, man. So it's going to be crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? And then we got to get C to document it all. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, C look like he about 17 years old.
Yeah. See a young cat, man. See a young cat. He gonna document it all, though, man. We got to get him going, man. I got to hit C up today. Get him going. So. But man, appreciate everybody who came through. Appreciate it for sure. And man, we back. We back tomorrow. I feel like a Friday or something. I ain't here though, so can't be a Friday. But shoot, man, appreciate everybody for coming through. We'll be back tomorrow, man. Appreciate, dude. We had the student body came through tonight, man. Zay came through, Rich came through, J-Dub came through, John W. The real CEO, Pat, came through, man. Shout out to
all
Pat.
money in CEO, which means that getting money is the life I chose. I'm talking about Pat really getting money, y'all. The CEO really doing this. Hey, RIP to all the phones and landlines when we get this launch control running.
I'll tell you. Caritha going to launch show. She finna go tear it up. Shout out to Caritha, man. Always coming through, dropping bombs. Shout out to Shaw for coming through, man. Appreciate you for jumping on the live, telling people what you got going on, man.
Come in this thing too, dude.
Yeah, Vino Swift came through. Shout out. You said who?
Keithon came through, dude.
Keithon, the Godfather, man. The Godfather came through. You already know what time that is. And shoot, let me see. C came through. Shout out to C, man. C, appreciate you for coming through, man. All my people on IG, man. IG was going crazy today. Jesus Shuttlesworth come through. Jay Nicole came through. Shout out to Jay Nicole. We had REI Cal come through, man. Shout out to REI Cal. Tierra Lovejoy, Coach Lovejoy. I'm pretty sure that's Coach. Coach came through, man, or that's his daughter, one or the other. But Mel Dre came through. Shout out to Mel Dre. And our guy, Tony. Tony came through, man. He on the 90-day challenge, man. He on his way to his first deal. Shout out to Tony for coming through, man. We had Drea came through, man. Drea is in Denver, Colorado, bought the course, said it's crazy. If you're interested in getting the course, man, I'm dropping it right now in the description below. So you can go pick that thing up, man. So if you're watching this, go look in the description, go get the course, and man, it's gonna be crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Go get a course. It's super cheap. You know what I'm saying? Cordero tried to get me to charge y'all $500. But I said, dude, come on, Cordero. And we still want these people to eat, dude.
You know, he planned. I think I might have actually said like $500. Not how much. It was like $200.
Dude, we still want these people to eat. Like they still got.
If they don't pay enough for it, they're not going to apply themselves. Listen, just so y'all know, I said, Byron, charge them $500 when they finish the course and get their first deal. Give them the money back. But I just want y'all to be. It ain't even about that. Good seeing everybody. Have a good night. Caretha, Byron, Cordero, Richard. Hey, whoever asked Caretha to adopt them, listen, Caretha, she's got her hands busy dealing with me. You know what I mean, guys? Y'all want to talk to Caretha? You want to talk to Caretha? You talk to me, and then I'll tell Caretha what you got to say.
I'll tell Caretha what you said.
Go to me first, and then I'll tell her.
Yeah, no doubt, man. It'll be in the description, man. I'm gonna drop it in here. I gotta get off the live first, though. But shoot, man. Until tomorrow, man. Peace out.